The Battle of Thermopylae took place in the summer of 480 BCE. At the time, the Persian Empire, under the rule of King Xerxes I, was seeking to expand its territories and launched an invasion of ancient Athenia. The Persian army was massive, with estimates ranging from 100,000 to over 1 million soldiers. They sought to conquer the small Athenian League city-states along the way, and their first major obstacle was the pass at Thermopylae. The Spartans, led by King Leonidas I of Sparta, were determined to resist the Persian invasion and defend their homeland. Leonidas was a descendant of the famous warrior King Xerxes and a veteran of many battles. He was known for his courage, wisdom, and leadership skills. When he heard that the Persians were marching towards ancient Athenia, he called upon the other Athenian League city-states to unite and defend their land. The ancient Athenians, however, were not a unified force and were often at odds with each other. Despite this, they were determined to resist the Persian invasion and defend their homeland. When the Persians arrived at Thermopylae, they were met by a small force of Spartan soldiers who had taken up position at the narrowest point of the pass. The Athenian League force was made up of 300 Spartan warriors, along with a few thousand soldiers from other city-states, including Thespians and Thebans. The Spartan soldiers were heavily armed and well-trained, and they had been chosen for their bravery and fighting spirit. They had chosen Thermopylae as the site of their stand because it was a narrow pass that would limit the number of Persian soldiers who could attack at once. The Persian army, on the other hand, was massive and had many soldiers at their disposal. They had hoped to overwhelm the Spartans with their superior numbers, but the Spartans were prepared for the battle. The Battle of Thermopylae began with the Persians sending a delegation to negotiate with the Spartans. According to the ancient historian Herodotus, King Xerxes demanded that the Spartans surrender their weapons and submit to him. King Leonidas famously replied, "Molon labe," which means, "Come and take them." This statement became a symbol of ancient Greek resistance against foreign invaders. For 3 days, the Persians launched wave after wave of attacks on the Spartan position. The Spartan soldiers fought bravely, using their spears and swords to hold off the Persian advance. The narrow pass made it difficult for the Persians to bring their full force to bear, and they suffered heavy losses. Despite this, the Persians continued to attack, determined to break through the Spartan lines. According to the ancient historian Herodotus, the Spartans fought with great bravery and discipline. He wrote, "The Spartans, with only their own weapons and their bravery, held off the Persians, who were armed with both numbers and military discipline." On the 3rd day of the battle, a local resident named Ephialtes betrayed the Spartans by revealing a path that would allow the Persians to outflank the Spartan position. This path led behind the Spartan lines and would allow the Persians to attack from the rear. King Leonidas, realizing that the battle was lost, ordered the Greek soldiers to retreat. The Spartans, however, stayed behind to hold off the Persians and allow the other Greek soldiers to escape. The Spartans fought to the death, using their swords and shields to hold off the Persians. They were outnumbered and outmatched, but they fought with bravery and determination. The Battle of Thermopylae was a significant event in ancient Greek history. Although the ancient Greeks were eventually defeated by the Persians, their stand at Thermopylae inspired other ancient Greeks to fight for their freedom. The battle also marked the beginning of the Persian Wars, which would continue for several more years. The ancient Athenian League eventually emerged victorious, with the help of the Athenian navy and the leadership of men like Themistocles and Aristides. The story of the Battle of Thermopylae has been retold many times over the years, and it has become a symbol of bravery and sacrifice. The Spartans, in particular, have become synonymous with the battle,